Yo, homies, as always, thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. Hope that you guys are having a dope day. Now, I want to let you guys know, don't let today's mistakes hinder you from tomorrow's success, okay? Okay, homies, so what we're going to be talking about today is going to be Twinkle Toes Titania with her rework and her changes to her abilities. And we're going to be talking about the Jean Grey version of Warframe, which is going to be Nyx with her telekinetic abilities. Now, what's basically going on right now is that the changes are in for their abilities on what it is that they're going to be doing. I'm going to be critiquing, going over the whole entire thing. Does it sound good? Does it seem good? Or what should be changing? What do you guys think about it, right? Now, the thing is, I can definitely speak from being a Nyx player. I've been a Nyx player for about 5 years. She's one of my top female Warframes, and she's freaking dope. And I solo with her all the way up to level 80 T4 defense, and she's fantastic. So whenever I look at Nyx's abilities, I know exactly what they do like the back of my hand. So if they don't make this right, I'm going to be kind of salty. So let's go ahead and get into the review and talk about these abilities. And you guys let me know what you think about this whole thing in the comment section, please. Bars! Okay, so the first one we're going to be talking about today is going to be Nyx. And the first thing that Warframe changed is the passive, so I'm really excited, right?
Thank you for calling DE support. How may I assist you?
Hey DE, I heard that you guys was changing Nyx's passive, which I'm really excited about, right? I just want to make sure that you guys are going in the right direction for the passive.
Oh, Life of Rio, the idea is already there. It's on pen and paper, baby. Should have checked it out. Look at the dev workshop.
Oh, it's already been there?
Please read before you call DE support.
All right, guys, can you hold on one second? Let me read this. Let me see. Enemies can't seem to truly target Nyx, and all receive an accuracy debuff against her.
Now, doesn't that just sound amazing?
So let me get this right. You gave her passive a accuracy debuff when Nyx's survivability was never questioned. Basically, what you did is that you gave her even more useless passive. Because Nyx has Chaos, and Chaos have a 12-meter radius to where enemies won't attract to you to shoot at you unless you're the only one there with no more enemies. Also, you have Mind Control, which has a 20-meter aggro pull radius, so Nyx's survivability was never questioned. And Nyx has a fourth ability, which is Absorb, that can absorb all damages, and she's completely safe, period, with tons of different ways to get out of trouble. And then you gave her an accuracy debuff. Is there a way that I can put in a ticket for a new passive?
Thank you so much for calling DE support. Happy to be of service.
Okay, so they went ahead and changed up Mind Control as well. For the rest of you guys out there that don't know what Mind Control does with Nyx, basically what happens is that when you activate Mind Control with her, which is her first ability, you hit an enemy, that enemy becomes, your minion for, the duration of your ability. What they actually did now is that it still activates and does everything the same way, except now you have a 4-second window of adding as much damage as you can to that enemy. Now, the thing about it is that let's say your weapon is doing 2,500 damage. That means that you're going to be adding 1.5 extra damage towards that enemy. Now, how does it sound? It sounds like whatever. But the thing is, on its own, it sounds pretty dumb. It sounds pretty lame. But what ends up happening is that it goes into the second ability, which the second ability is going to be Psychic Bolts. Now, Psychic Bolts has been changed to actually be a debuff ability, which takes away from armor and shield. So you can remove up to 80% of enemies' armor with Psychic Bolts, and you can take away up to 80% of enemy shields, which is supposed to make the enemies a little bit easier to kill. And I'm guessing you're supposed to combo your first ability, which is Mind Control, do as much damage to that enemy that you Mind Control as possible, and then hit the enemies with Psychic Bolts, and Psychic Bolts is going to debuff them, which in prediction is supposed to make the enemy that you're now Mind Controlling do more damage to enemies. Overall, it's still lame. Doesn't really do anything because a Gorgon Heavy Gunner, you're doing as much damage as you can to that enemy to boost its damage. The thing is, it's a 4-second window, but what basically happens is that there's no status proc, there's nothing there. The enemies cannot do much damage to other enemies. That's just something that every player knows who's been playing this game for a very long time. There's no status chance, there's nothing there to boost the overall damage. And the damage from other enemies doesn't scale, they just do a flat amount of damage to armor. Even if you take the armor down by 80%, the enemy scale, so that's really not going to do anything. So overall, you get what you get. You know what I'm saying? Overall, the ability is good. Anything that debuffs enemies to make you do more damage, which increases your kills per second, homies, I'm not going to complain about. So that's dope. The thing is, Chaos didn't get a change. I feel like Chaos should have got changed. I feel like what should have happened with Chaos is that enemies that are under Chaos should take more damage, a percentage of more damage. But the idea that they're going with is that keep Chaos the same. Whenever enemies are Chaos, you hit them with Psychic Bolts. They're going to have less armor and less shields. So then that means that they're going to do more damage to each other. The thing is that only works in lower to mid-level missions. At really high-level missions, it doesn't do anything. And it barely is going to do anything in swordy level missions anyway, because enemy scaling on their weapons doesn't apply anything. And it's just like you going in a mission with no elemental combos on your weapon. You see what I'm saying? So not having any elemental combos on your weapon with no way for it to scale, with only doing white numbers, no crit, the damage isn't going to be that great. I hope that the ability gets looked at a little bit and for the combos, for what you're actually going to be planning to doing. I mean, a lot of frames are in the game that's completely insane, and these buffs right here that I'm seeing just seems to be following like barely over the gray line. Now, Nyx and Titania is down there with the top 10 worst frames, so I would feel like they would try to buff them up a lot more. And what they're saying is that they're trying to make Nyx and Titania follow their roles. So for every people that's like,
Warframe doesn't have a role, you can use any frame,
your developers is saying each frame has a role, so shut up. Okay, so here's the thing. Remember, they didn't change Chaos, but what they did change also is going to be Absorb. You guys know what Absorb is. You go into your avatar state. You think about your life and your possibilities and what you want to overcome as the avatar leader. And you absorb damage and then let it go. They said that they changed it, but the description doesn't sound much. So basically it says that, but now we've made it to where the damage type output dynamic based on incoming damage. So I guess the incoming damage that you're taking before you release is going to just completely be added to your base, which completely sounds like the old Nyx. For all the newer people out there, Nyx used to be just a complete destruction type monster. Like Nyx back in the day, Absorb used to be so broken. Like whenever you shoot it, she used to absorb everything and just wipe out like high 300, 500, 600 level enemies with no problem. But they completely nerfed it, and it sounds like it's kind of going back that way, but not fully. So I want to definitely see what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Now I'm not even going to lie to you guys. We're going to be talking about Titania right now, but her changes are freaking OP. She's easily going to be the best frame in the game right now. Completely broken. Okay? So for all the Titania mains out there, get your little Sailor Moon cosplays ready. I know you guys are ready. So here's the thing. Tribute. They completely changed Tribute. It's mind-blowing. So what they did was, you guys remember whenever you hit an enemy with Tribute, you pick up whatever it is and you get a random buff, right? Out of the 4, you don't do that anymore. You do Tribute, you hit that one enemy, and you get all of the buffs at one time. Say it ain't so, Rio. It ain't so. You get all of the buffs at one freaking time. So what else did they add to it? You know, that's it. That's it. You just get all the buffs at one time. Oh, hold up though. I got you guys. This is where it gets crazy. Okay? This is where it gets crazy. Lantern completely got a major buff. So this is what's happening, right? What you can do now is that you can have up to 4 targets with Lantern on. Gasp. Yes. You can have up to 4 targets with Lantern on. But wait, Rio, can you make those enemies stand still instead of floating around, since that was the main problem? Nah, we can't. But listen, you can have up to 4 enemies now. 4 enemies. But wait, you can still click and hold it for it to explode. Oh my God. What about Razor Wing? Yeah, they completely did Razor Wing. So here's the thing. Before, this is Razor Wing before. A lot of bonking to pick up loot. That's what they said. A lot of bonking. I guess that's how, you know, Titania mains speak, with bonking. So here's the thing. Razor Wing now will simply receive vacuum. Wait, all I get is vacuum? Yeah, because, you know, you guys were so OP in the first place that you guys really didn't need anything else for Titania mains, and I guess that's just about it. And I don't even feel bad for you guys, because you guys have been running around with your Sailor Moon costumes talking about freaking, you know, Titania don't need a buff because she's a great Warframe, when, you know, DE Rebecca did say that Titania and Nyx is in the top 10 worst Warframes. But, you know, you guys keep fighting for your buffs and buffs that you don't need. So it's whatever. You get what you get. Not even mad. So Let me know what you guys think about Nyx's changes. What do you guys think about Titania's ultimate, gigantic, insane buff? It's OP. It's kind of busted. I can't use it. I might win everything. Just fly around pretty. That's just what I'm thinking. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much. Give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Much love to you guys, man. And I'm not even going to lie. These changes have been taking a long time to get here. And it sounds like... throw the whole thing away. Throw the whole thing away. I just take it back to the drawing board. But, you know, enjoy. I'm playing Darksiders.
Life of Real?
Yo, dude, what's up?
I get that you think you're funny and all, but you're really not. Just so you know, if you really knew how to build Titania...
Bro, you don't think I know how to build and play Titania?
No, because if you did, you would understand how broken she is. I can solo up to such and such levels. Just so you know, never disrespect a Sailor Moon cosplayer ever again. I'm out. Snap, snap.
Bro, why you snapping? Like, what you doing? You watching Totally Spies? Huh? What's wrong with you? Come on, man. Change your life around. You ain't got to be like this. She sucked. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But you got vacuum. You kind of OP.
Say something else. Say something else, please, because I'm ready to put some powder in my hand to slap the taste out your mouth. Please, please, say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it.
Say what?